Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. This is a men's channel with men content. If that is something that you enjoy, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Usually I go in on the women, but today I'm going to have to go in on the men. And gentlemen, I'm doing this out of love. It's going to come across as harsh maybe, but I'm going to do it anyway. We as men have to leave an inheritance to our children. I am tired of watching black men pass away and their children are left with nothing. How do you believe that other children from other ethnic groups get ahead? A lot of different cultures leave something to them. They leave money, they leave land, they leave something to these children. We are one of the fewest people on the planet that believe that if we start with nothing and then we build ourselves up to a particular person, then our children should be able to do the same thing. That is foolish thinking. We should be able to help the kids that we call children, sons and daughters. We should be able to give them a head start. They should not start from nothing with zero the same way that we did. Gentlemen, you need to get life insurance because I'm so tired of seeing black people. You even see it with black celebrities. Once they die, they don't leave no money behind. So now the grieving loved ones who are mourning the passing of someone that they care about, they also have to deal with the financial stress and burden of burying your ass. Do you really want to die and have your wife, your mother, your grandma, or your children have to make fish plates and barbecue plates or do GoFundMe accounts to bury you because you didn't think enough about your loved ones to have something to prepare them for your death? What if you and your wife die and your children are still alive? Do you have enough common sense to have a will made? Because what you want to do, sir and gentlemen, you don't want the government to get into your belongings and say, okay, this goes here and this goes to that person. You want to be able to know and have peace of mind that what you leave behind will go to the ones that you want to have them. And you also must consider not only, I said, life insurance, a will, but you also have to consider power of attorney, sir. What if something, God forbid, happened to you like a stroke or a heart attack and you get incapacitated, you can't write, you can't read or whatever? You're going to want someone to take care of you. There's pros and cons to this, because sometimes people do power of attorney and they could be children and they do horrible things and rob you blind when you can't move. But you have to make a decision to trust somebody, because power of attorney is cheaper than guardianship, trying to file for guardianship for your children. We have to be forward-thinking men, gentlemen. We cannot keep living moment to moment and living in the present. Death do come to us all. We all have a time that we expire, but we do not want our loved ones to suffer from our inability to act. We have got to, look, a life insurance policy, depending on what the situation is, but you could be anywhere from $24 to $50 a month. You can't do that, but you can buy flat screen TVs, you can buy nice watches, you can buy this and that, this, that, and the third, but you can't take time to take a little bit of your money that you're earning and set it up for your children. We need to leave land to our kids. We need to leave some kind of money to our kids. It's part of your legacy. Your kids are not just your legacy by itself. It's what you leave behind that becomes your legacy. They're just a part of it. Leave your children some money. Save up. Stop thinking that, well, it was good for me, it was good for them. I had to struggle to get where I'm at, so now they can get to, they got the same blood I got, they got the same genes I got, they could become successful like me. That's a foolish man talking. And what's so crazy is some of you supposed to be Christians, but even the Bible talks about leaving an inheritance to your children somewhere. If I'm correct, don't quote me, I think it's in one of the apocryphers, in the book of Ecclesiasticus, and also Proverbs, and then you got Ecclesiastes, but you also have Ecclesiasticus, which is found in the Apocrypha. You know what I mean? So you look those things up, man. It talks about inheritance. We have to start focusing on leaving inheritance for our children, man. So I'm speaking this because I love the community, and I'm not being racist, black, whites, whatever. We all seem to be suffering from this, but we need to leave something behind for our children. So this is for the men. This one right here is for the men. And I'm trying to give you my most sincere instruction, man. If you haven't done it already, get to work doing it. Because you never know what's going to happen. Remember what happened when the pandemic came. How many people was taken out of here? How many out of those people do you think had a will? How many of those people you think left something behind for their children? And I know things are hard, times are hard, and you might be scraping to get it. You might be struggling to make ends meet. I get it. But that should be one of the goals, to leave something for your children. So I'm not saying this for any likes, but if you like it, then like it. And I'm not going to recant what I said. I really mean what I said. I think that we need to start thinking forward. We got to be forward-thinking men and say, okay, this is what I need to leave for my children. Because you already know as a grown man how hard it is to get from point A to point B, how hard it is to climb up that ladder to success. You already know. So why have them go through it? Give them something to make it easier to a little bit. All right. Well, thank you for your time, gentlemen. Like and subscribe. More men content to come soon. Thank you.